This day is a culminating event of bringing a community together. As with most projects of this size, it's not an easy thing. We were blessed that that the county gave us $450,000 in ARPA funds to be able to acquire this. Habitat International kicked in another $350,000 to make sure that we got this, because we knew that that we could put 30 homes here, and we knew that that we could overcome much of the effects of the flooding and other disasters from the way that we build. And that'll be a discussion that we can have another day, but we're building incredibly energy efficient, incredibly resilient homes. We wouldn't be here today without the Honcoop family, and they're here en masse today. I want to say thank you to all of you. I'm so glad so many of you came out. We are just so blessed to bask in the sunshine of your love. We are truly blessed. But it's not only the Honcoop family, it's just a lot of folks that are here today. One of the folks that helped get this project out of the ground is First Federal Bank, and we have a representative here today who we're going to do. And this project also would never have gone out of the ground without one of my predecessors. So I don't know many of you here know Terry Mattson, who was known by his friends as Mateo. I wasn't quite sure whether he worked for Habitat or the CIA. I never figured that out. I probably never know. But he just had a wonderful way about him of making things work. And Bruce, if you would like to maybe share a little bit, please, that'd be great.
I was asked to do this because Mateo is a friend. And how many people here knew Mateo, by the way? There we go, there we go, there we go. Yeah, and how many think they'll ever forget Mateo? Now, he was an unforgettable man. He was a little man with who left large footprints in people's lives. So about 20 years, him and I were friends. He's passed. He grew up right here in Everson. To the north here, his family had a potato farm. He spent time in the military. He had a business. He was an entrepreneur. And then one day he was asked by a missionary who was speaking at his church, I believe, you know, if he'd ever consider going on a mission trip to Thailand. And he did. And he realized that it was time for his life to change course from, you know, business as usual to a calling. So God called him to do more specifically God's work. He was a faith-driven man. One of his well-known colloquialisms, I guess you call it, was that God is seldom early, but he's never late. In other words, if you are involved in something that's over your head and I got this great need, you know, don't give up. Don't give up until it's over, right? Because typically, if any of you have experienced how God provides, it's typically like beyond the point of when you would have given up, okay? And by the way, why am I saying all this? Because this place will be named Mateo Meadows, right? And I think it's really important that the person behind that name is remembered for who he was. He was a man who had a compassion for the poor and the needy, and he lived that out in the mission field. He lived that out as director of Habitat, and I think that that's a passion worth remembering when you think about Mateo Meadows. It's really about that passion for the poor and for the needy, and meeting those needs with God's resources.
One of the biggest blessings that I have going on right now is being able to support families through this process. So if anybody want to know, it doesn't take much. Literally, we meet once a month, and right now we're meeting in Zoom. So to have the honor to go along this process, this is my second time. I have two families that already moved into the Telegraph housing, and it's just a joy. So Jose, come on up. Jose is one of the families that is going to be in one of the first homes that we're going to have here.
Buenas tardes a todos. Yo me llamo José Mendoza y mi esposa se llama Marta Vicente. Tenemos 3 hijos, Stephanie, Scarlett y Joseph.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jose Mendoza, and my wife's name is Marta Vicente. We have 3 children, Stephanie, Scarlett, and Joseph.
Para mí y mi familia, ser compradores de casa significa bastante, porque siempre hemos querido comprar una casa donde nuestros hijos puedan crecer seguros y a salvo.
For me and my family, being home buyers mean a lot because we have always wanted to buy a house where our children can grow up safe and secure.
Pero en estos tiempos es muy difícil poder comprar una casa, ya que todo ha subido de precio, incluyendo renta, comida, gas, electricidad.
But in these times, it's very difficult to be able to buy a house since everything has gone up in price, including rent, food, gas, electricity.
Pero gracias al programa de Hábitat de compradores de casa, por fin podemos llamar casa donde vamos a estar viviendo.
But thanks to Habitat's home buyer program, we are finally going to call where we are going to be living home.
Y es por eso que quiero agradecer a todos el equipo de trabajo de Hábitat, en todos los que trabajan en la oficina, en la tienda, los de la construcción y a todos los voluntarios que han participado en los diferentes eventos que Hábitat ha llevado a cabo.
And for that, I want to thank the entire Habitat team, everyone who works in the office, in the store, in the construction sites, and all the volunteers who have participated in different events that Habitat has held.
Gracias a todos ellos por permitir que mi familia sea parte del programa de compradores de casa.
Thanks to you all for allowing my family to be part of the home buyers program.
Hi everyone, my name is Carmina, he is Chris, and he is Juan. We are the Armenta Cisneros family, one of the fortunate families eligible to be home buyers of one of these houses here in Everson. Thank you for being here and for your support. Today I want to talk a little bit about our history. We have around 9 years of living in Bellingham. The reason we are here is because Juan got his green card and the violence and insecurity were increasing in Mexico. So we decided to move here because we wanted a better future for our son Chris. Thank you. We left our parents, siblings, relatives, and friends. Also, we left our jobs, and in my case, my profession because it's not valid here in the United States. Our lives took a 360-degree turn. We arrived here with nothing, sharing an apartment with my brother-in-law in a dangerous neighborhood. We never imagined the costs and the changes of being an immigrant. The hardest part was finding the right job for Juan and me. We started a new life with a lot of changes in our lives. We are very proud of Chris because he never gives up, and is a great son who has his challenges too because he arrived at Bellingham when he was 6 years old with no English. All was different for him, starting with the language. He was a happy and social kid all the time in Mexico. He was talking and talking and talking. We use the expression in Mexico like a parrot because he never stopped talking. But when he arrived here, he stopped and he was less of a social kid. I asked, "What happened, Chris? Why don't you continue to talk?" And he told me, "Mom, I couldn't understand anything," and he was scared because he did not understand what was happening. I said to him, "Give it all your attention. It doesn't matter that you don't understand anything. Little by little, you will understand all the words that you hear." And that worked. Chris, with his teacher help, he started talking English with his teacher help at the school on his friends in 6 months. Currently, he is in high school and he has a lot of friends everywhere. B investigated the house's costs, and it was expensive for us to buy a house because the houses have increases their price so much in the last few years in the market that it was impossible for us to buy a house with our income. The money we make qualifies for assistance, but not for buying a house on the market. The necessity made me look for website information about house assistance, and I found information on the Habitat for Humanity website. I did the application, and I never imagined that we would qualify to be home buyers because I thought that the houses were for families who have a very low income. We can't believe it. We are so happy to qualify for a house. Also, we are proud and happy to be volunteers to build our sweet hours. We have had many positive experiences as volunteers, helping in the store with with wonderful staff that Habitat has. We notice that Habitat needs more hands and support from the community. We don't do it just to fill the sweet hours. It goes beyond that. We feel such great satisfaction in being able to help them and give back a little of the great help that this organization is giving to us. Thank you. We are very excited about this house because we will no longer pay rent for an apartment that will never belong to us. We will have more secure stability, both emotionally and financially. Our future house is one of our dreams come true in this country. We thought with our income, we will never have a home, but we were wrong. Thanks a lot, Habitat for Humanity, for your support and for changing our lives. Thank you very much. We appreciate your help.
We want to put our hands up, thanking you all for coming here, thanking the ones that gave the invitation and letting us have an opportunity to be a part of, sounds like a lot of years of hard work, good work. All the good words that were shared here. Thank you all for bringing your good minds and your strong hearts. Letting us be a part of this ceremony to where we're responsible for taking care of the land and the people that live here. We always say that we'll pray for you that when you travel back home that you find your home the way that you left it. This is a song that we're going to sing in honor of the Mother Earth, I guess in English what we'll say today. In our culture, we always have a blessing song or an honor song because we're moving, we're changing Mother Earth. And we want to make sure that our people and the people that live here and take care of it are going to be okay. But with that, we just want to thank you that we're honored to be a part of this. And please, when you travel back home, find your home the way you left it so that your good feelings and your prayers will become stronger and answered in many ways. Oh yeah, Hachka to the cooks. It was a good meal. Thank you for the meal. So we'll sing an honor song and for Mother Earth and the people that contributed all their hard work, their good feelings. Amen.